The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The Steelers at 3-5, 2 games under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throwing on second down.
Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Off play action. Pickett.
Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, this is Harris. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's Dalton. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A first down throw coming for Dalton. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Kamara trying again, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. And Dalton to throw. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. In motion right is Austin.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Dalton.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Andy Dalton. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Kamara up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Pass passing. It's Dalton. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second and 8.
Now Dalton. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14, Steelers nothing.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
53 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing, Dalton.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. He's going to have the first down and then some.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
54 yards right.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time. Pickett now on 1st down.
Sliding out of the pocket. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Pickett.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Room here to run. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Dalton now to pass.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the short field to get in for 6.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping them.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Pickett back to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Johnson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little
touchdown.
Calvin Austin
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Steelers get a bit closer. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Johnson running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. David Johnson, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. They begin the drive with Johnson.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
96 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the